It is on the budget proposal that was withdrawn that he wants to increase the VAT from 15 to 17%. And that is where the fundamental disagreements are. And we said, bring it here. Let the people of South Africa hear what is the actual disagreement. Then you know that indeed the EFF is reasonable by demanding that this budget must be rejected.
A government that cannot even present a budget wants to increase VAT. Julius Malema says no, the people must resist. Welcome to Inkari It's Time, where we tell it like it is. I'm Kondus, and today we are talking about the national disaster, our government's failure to present the 2025 budget. Julius Malema has made it clear there will be no backroom deals. The people must resist the VAT increases and austerity measures that only make the poor suffer while the elite get richer. But what really happened in Parliament? Why did Speaker Toko Dedisa stand in silence for 15 minutes before dropping a bombshell? And most importantly, what does this mean for you and me? Let's get into it.
This is unprecedented, and this is not a practice that we want to set for this parliament. It is going to be your legacy, Speaker, that during your tenure, Parliament could not debate and adopt budget. We are saying to you, you are denying this body an opportunity to be receiving a budget, debate it, accept it, or reject it. You are now subjecting the budget of South Africa to party politics when the budget is supposed to be above party politics. Let the budget be presented here and let Parliament decide that this is the decision that we are taking as Parliament, or whether to accept or not. You cannot come here and say confidently that the parties in the executive are not agreeing. What is that? We don't have parties in the executive. We've got the executive. The executive must come here and present the budget, and this parliament must decide whether we adopt that budget or not. You are denying the people of South Africa to see what is happening in this government. There is no government. It has collapsed. It has no capacity to present a budget. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have noted your view, Honorable.
Imagine this. South Africa is waiting for the most important financial announcement of the year, and then nothing happens. On Wednesday, the National Assembly was left in total shock when the Finance Minister failed to present the budget. Silence, confusion, and then Speaker Toko Dedisa finally spoke. The budget was cancelled. Julius Malema didn't waste time. He said there is nothing mature about the government that cannot even table a budget. This is not leadership. This is a crisis. And here's the truth. This government is playing games with our future. Investors are watching this chaos, and instead of fixing our economy, they want to increase VAT. Malema says there will be no backroom deals. The people must resist. We will not accept a budget that punishes the poor while the rich get tax breaks. VAT increases and austerity measure will crush the poor. More expensive food, higher cost, less support for the people, while politicians protect their own interests.
Says, as a government, you tax or borrow. That's how government fund their budgets. Is it as simple as that? And what's the way forward now for the finance minister in order to deliver a credible budget?
No, it's not about the current thinking. The current thinking of borrowing money from elsewhere. When South Africa is one of the top 30, it holds one of the top stock exchanges in the world. It has pensions, and developed countries don't borrow from the markets, they borrow from their pensions. South Africa has pensions it can borrow from. So This is the resource that South Africa has in abundance. The stock exchange is about 18 trillion worth. The budgets by government are about 2.23 trillion worth. We have enough resources to borrow from ourselves. We don't need to increase any taxes or anything of that nature. What we need is to actually deal with our consequence management around theft. We know and we avoid borrowing from ourselves because we know we'll steal the money. And then we'd rather go and borrow from somebody else and steal their money. But the net effect of that is that the sovereign will still have to pay for those stolen money, either just because of laxity of management or even direct theft. The Zondo Commission is very clear on these results.
Yeah.
So until we confront these evils, we are going to have these kinds of problems. And this postponement will not be the last.
South Africa is at a turning point. The budget disaster in Parliament was not just a mistake. It was a warning. This government is collapsing and they want us to pay the price. Malema is right. If we don't stand up now, we'll suffer even more. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the government will try to sneak in VAT increases? Or is this the moment for the people to fight back? And in my next video, we will expose the truth behind load shedding and these austerity measures. Who really benefits? And why the poor are always the target? So, hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Inkari, it's time. Navigate life with purpose. Thank you for watching and take care.